Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the February 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, Scorpio, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. And column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a general look at what's coming for February. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note. But again, going back to column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. Let's take a look at your summary card here. It says, I will heal. I like this. This is such a good affirmation, Scorpio. But I will say this is, again, kind of past tense, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So I think this is a reflection of some healing that you've done in the last few weeks. Props to you. We can all always use more healing. You've probably heard me say that before. But let's see what messages we have coming through underneath here. Okay, the first card that we have is the Knight of Coins, or the Knight of Pentacles. This is a card of being very reliable, being very patient. This is kind of an interesting message, but I feel like you have been working to heal this thing or something or situation for a while. It's not like we can just wake up one day and decide that we're healed. Typically, that's just not how the world works. So it's this has been a process to get to this point. So this is your repeat action, your consistency, your patience, and the hard work that you put in to heal from whatever this situation is. This could just be general to, again, this reoccurring action, the hard work that you've been putting into something. The next card that we have is the Hangman. The Hangman is a card of wisdom. So this is gaining information. This can also be a card of gaining a different perspective, though. So this is new information, new knowledge, new perspective, new wisdom. And that very well could have aided in that healing as well. And then at the bottom we have the Six of Wands. With the Six of Wands, this is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So whatever this is that you've been working towards, whether it's healing or something else, again, that was that consistent, repetitive, hard work action. This is an indicator of success. So this is completion and reaping the benefits. And again, the success that comes with the hard work that you've put in. If you aren't feeling that yet, you definitely will soon. Let's go ahead and clarify this column, though, and see what other messages we have here, Scorpio. Up first, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of addiction, greed, envy, materialism, obsession. So very well, the healing could have been related to one of those words or a similar word, or again, the thing that we're working towards, or in some cases working away, again, connected to that addiction, the greed, the envy, the materialism, the obsession. Just throwing an example out, perhaps some of you have been working on paying off debt, and that ties into the materialism or the obsession of buying things. But anyways, good to see moving away or healing from those areas. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. In the case of Ace of Pentacles, this is typically new job, raise, promotion, investment, income, but pretty directly. So this could lead to new money, which seems kind of an odd message, but perhaps in the example I just gave, let's say you are paying down debt. Well, that's healing your credit score, and now that's going to give you the opportunity to do better financially. So that could be kind of a scenario where it's coming into play, but it's new opportunities because of this healing, with this wisdom, with this new information, this perspective that you have. At the bottom here, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. I like to see this. This makes sense after being successful with whatever you've been working on, after completing some healing, having this new sense of balance and harmony. And I feel like we're maintaining this balance and harmony, which I really like to see as well. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related, just general what's coming in February. Taking a look at our summary card here, it says, I feel alone. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing, Scorpio. And I don't know that you feel as much alone as you will want to be alone, like isolating a little bit, taking a little bit of time and space for yourself. So a little bit of isolation is not bad here. It's interesting because I feel like sometimes people think like being alone or pulling back is selfish, and it's not at all. So let's see what the messages are here. So I feel like some of you, of course, could feel like you're alone, but I think more of you are making the choice to be alone, I guess, is what I'm getting here. But let's see what cards we end up underneath here. I don't know why I put these so close together. We'll scoot as we go. Up first we have the Nine of Coins, the Nine of Pentacles. This is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, solo pleasures. Of course, tuning in on that self-sufficiency and that solo pleasure. Again, I just think you're going to be doing some stuff alone this month, taking some time for yourself, enjoying life on your own, which is wonderful. It doesn't matter how many friends, family, loved ones, great relationship, no relationship. Again, this is just you enjoying you time. So I like to see this. This can also be new money coming in. So we like to see that. There was some new money energy in our last column as well. But again, those solo pleasures, that self-sufficiency, getting out there doing stuff for you. The next card that we have is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is very studious. This is working hard towards something. This can also be a new love interest as well. So some new love associated with our Page of Cups. At the bottom here, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is another one of those self cards. It's self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, courage. This is just you doing a lot for you this month, Scorpio, which isn't a bad thing. Again, I like the energy. There's a lot of enjoyment coming out of these things. Again, it wasn't like sad alone time. It was solo pleasures, which means out enjoying. Let's take a look and see what clarifiers we have here. First, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, wanting to run away. There could be an event that's like prompting you. So like maybe you got in a fight with a friend, so you're doing this on your own instead of going out with the friend. It doesn't necessarily have to be that scenario. Some of you too are just like falling into this runaway category too, where you just need some quiet time, some time away. Again, not selfish, alone time is good here. The next card we have is the Knight of Swords. If you take a look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly. For those of you that are single looking for new love, again, I do see new love coming in, and it's coming in at a very fast pace. The relationship is going to move very quickly. For other of you, I think you're going to make really quick progress on this thing that you're working on. So I like to see that. We don't see that very often. Usually work is work and it's long and drawn out. But again, I see us making quick progress. At the bottom here, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebrations. It's also a card of completions. You see how this looks like a finish line here. Definitely moving very quickly, making progress very quickly. This can also be a card of reunions. There's potential to get reconnected with somebody. I don't know, I'm trying to throw potential in there so much, Scorpio. Sorry. But definitely could have a reunion associated there at the bottom. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general, anything related to money. We have these tips, tricks cards. In this case, this is an affirmation card, so money affirmation for you. I allow my money to work for me. In this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money, Scorpio. The first card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot was once described to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change. We're on a journey. One thing that's really important to keep in mind with the Chariot is we don't always know where we're going with the Chariot, but we can trust that the Chariot's taking us to the right place. So some of you could be feeling like financially you don't know where you're going, or career-wise you don't know where we're going. What matters here though is you're making progress and you're heading in the right direction. even if you don't know what that direction is, Scorpio. So don't be too concerned there. I also like to throw it out there, the Chariot could be new vehicle. Since we're in our money investment column, a new vehicle would also fall into that. But the Chariot can be an indicator of a new car. So congratulations to those of you getting a new vehicle. Just realized we're a little out of frame. Let me scooch down. Okay. Next, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. This is about being on a quest for personal truth, spiritual illumination. This light on the card here is the light that's within you, Scorpio, and this is about doing things that truly feel good to you. So keep that in mind, especially where we're feeling like we're on this journey and we don't know where we're going. Start to ask questions. Where do I want to go? What feels good to me? What am I passionate about? What do I want this to look like? And that can start to help shape that journey as well. But again, be thinking, looking within, and feeling what actually feels good with the Hermit card. The Hermit can also be a little bit of an isolation card too, so don't be concerned about like feeling a little disconnected or withdrawn from work or finances this month either. At the bottom here we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of bully, theft, violence, some sort of toxic relationship. This is typically a coworker, boss, some sort of career relationship. So I think there is some sort of conflict. I'm gonna look to see if there is something that we like, if we should leave it or try to resolve though. Let's see what messages we get here. The first card that we have is the Death card. I always like to mention that the Death card does not mean death, Scorpio, but it does indicate change, and it's about being in a transformation. It's moving forward. It's moving on. It's changes. So you do have 2 motion and 2 change, 2 action cards here. So definitely going through some sort of transformation, some sort of journey. The grass is greener on the other side with the Death card as well. Don't fight this change though with the Death card. It's like now is the time to take the action. At the bottom, or excuse me, in the middle here for clarifier, we have the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. And this pairs really nicely what we were talking about with the Hermit, about focusing on where you want to go, what you want it to look like, what feels good to you, what type of legacy do you want to leave here, Scorpio. The Ten of Pentacles is also a card of retirement. Congratulations for those of you that are retiring. That's super, super exciting. This can also be like inheritance or a large sum of money too, so potentially some large sum of money coming in for some of you. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. This is new project, need to create something. I do think there is going to be the need to resolve this relationship or this conflict with the Five of Swords, because I think you're going to have to come together to work on something. So just be aware of that. Okay, moving on now, let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Let's pull a quick love card here for you. It says surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Scorpio. Up first, we have the Three of Coins, or the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is very much so a card of collaboration and communication. So keep that top of mind. Make sure we're communicating effectively, asking questions, listening, and making sure we're talking about how we're feeling, what our needs are, what our desires are. Communication is going to be really important. This is also a card of like skill, quality, craftsmanship. Make sure that you are like putting in the time and the effort here, Scorpio. Don't like half-ass do things for your relationship or those that you love. So put your best foot forward there. This is also a card of teamwork too. So for those of you that are in a relationship, make sure you're treating that partnership like a team and that you're working together on the same team. Okay, the next card that we have here is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork again. So this is about, again, working together as a team. Think of this partnership as a team effort and how you can support each other. This is also a card of expansion. So if you're hoping to grow your family, this is a really good card for you here, Scorpio. And last but not least, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. This is also a card of like secrets or mystery. So there could be something that you don't know. I think this is going to be why communication is so important though. Like if there's something unknown or you have a question or something's bothering you, it's going to be important to communicate that, because it's like, as much as we would like it, people are not mind readers. So again, the importance of the communication there. Let's take a look at our clarifiers though. Up first we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a really good love card. This is like Prince or Princess Charming. It's very romantic. It's very proposal-like. If you're hoping to get engaged, this could be a great card for you. Hoping to get married. If you're looking for a new relationship, this is a great card for you. But this is a nice pairing with the Three of Coins and the Knight of Cups, both possessing really good traits with that teamwork, that quality relationship, the ability to communicate. The next card we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. I know it's weird to think about relationships being successful, but you definitely can think of it from that perspective. So a lot of success in this partnership and this teamwork, which I like. Also the potential for successfully expanding the family if that is what you are interested in doing. At the bottom here we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups can be a little non-committal. It can also be very busy. But this is again going to be the importance of communicating, asking questions, saying how you're feeling, what your desires are. Like people are not going to be able to guess your needs. So again, the importance of communication there. Okay, now let's take a look at our fifth and final column, which is message from our future self or spirit guides, something to carry into the remainder of February. This says, I will guide. This is such an interesting card, and it's really hard to see, but if you look, there is a little tiny heart in this lantern. So people are looking to you for guidance. I think you're going to be looking to yourself for guidance too, by what's feeling right, what you want, where you want to go. You're in this period of transition, so you want to make sure that you are clear where you're going. But definitely, again, guiding yourself and guiding others potentially. Important to lead with the heart there, with that heart in the lantern. But let's take a look and see what messages we have. First up, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. This is like self-doubt. This is saying, I don't know if I can do something. I don't know what I want. So be very careful. The nice thing when we get the Eight of Swords is we have the ability to kind of mitigate this. Once you're aware that you could be limiting yourself, then you can take action to not limit yourself. So again, you're really relying heavily on guiding yourself in what direction you want to go in. So it's going to be important to not limit yourself, be clear on what you want, where you want to go. The next card that we have is the Nine of Swords. This is a card of anxiety, a card of worry, in general kind of low feelings. There could definitely be some angst or some worry, or even kind of sadness about not knowing where you're going. But again, thinking about where you want to go, what direction you want to take things, what change you want, who you want to be, what you want. At the bottom here we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a card of being very resourceful. Make sure you use your resources to guide you through this journey as you move forward and as you transition. So leveraging support of those around you if needed, leveraging past experiences, leveraging your time, your money, your energy in the appropriate ways. The Queen of Coins is also domestic and fertile. So again, a great relationship card or a card for growing your family if that's what you're hoping for. Taking a quick look at clarifiers here, we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very supportive. So again, providing that support, providing that guidance to yourself, some self-assurance rather than self-restriction. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We talked a lot about this with the Wheel of Fortune. We're kind of in this transition. We're at this turning point. The Wheel of Fortune is all about the turning point. So be focused on those more positive feelings versus those lower feelings, and focusing on what you want is going to help mitigate some of those lower feelings as well. At the bottom here, we have the Tower card. The Tower card being a card of change. Again, as we go through this change, use resources to help navigate. Okay, At this time, Scorpio, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 6 of clubs. This is number 43 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the 4 of spades. This is the 49 card. This is going to be a no. And question number 3 is the 6 of diamonds. This is number 51 card. That's going to be a no. So 3 no's across the board there, Scorpio. We're also going to take a look at our healing stones deck and pull a crystal for the month of February for you. Your crystal this month is rose quartz, which is good for softness, love. It's gentle but firm. Also a great self-love crystal. There's a lot of self-energy happening for you here. And last but not least, a healing note. Your healing note says, part of the healing process is sharing with people who care. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio, and I hope you have a wonderful February.